All right, we're back.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Great. Good to see you.
We have a really intriguing film this time.
Yes, we do.
It's intriguing and also not so good. It's not so good.
Well, the podcast is going to be good.
It's going to be phenomenal.
Because we've been waiting for 15 years to talk about this movie.
It's a long time. It's a long time coming. We are going to be talking about Avatar The Last Airbender from 2010.
Yes, not to be confused with
Avatar The Way of Water or
the
Pandora
Unobtainium Avatar.
Yeah, not that one.
We're talking about the live action
stinker
remake. Is that the right word? Remake?
Yes.
The live action
retelling.
Thank you.
Yes.
The live action retelling
of
Avatar The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Which the animated series, I would have to say, is one of my all-time favorite shows ever.
It's phenomenal.
It's something I've rewatched multiple times.
Many times.
I could rewatch it.
I'm literally
over and over again.
Rewatching it now. I'm literally rewatching it right now.
I mean, the stories are amazing.
Fantastic.
It's a great show. So we were very excited.
I watched this movie in the theater.
Yeah, we were excited when the live action movie was being made.
Because
the possibilities were phenomenal. The potential of what this could be.
The expectation was huge.
Very big.
And M. Night had not made a bunch of total flops at that time.
No.
And so I thought, okay,
he was an interesting choice, but I felt like, okay, he can.
Yeah, let's roll with it.
I think he can do this.
Yeah.
He's hit some home runs.
Yeah. So basically, I had titled this one in my notes, "Where did it all go wrong, and how do we bend it back into shape?" With see, because of bending and
Is it bendable?
It's.
I don't know if we have the powers.
I'm not
needed.
the Avatar. I'm not the Avatar. I don't know if I have enough bending
necessary.
power.
Yeah, I feel like this movie needs the Avatar state.
It needs the Avatar
to
state
bend it back to where it should have been.
All the past Avatars knowledge to make it okay.
All of the lives.
This film was hard to take. It was hard to take as a fan. It was hard to take. It was like M. Night Shyamalan literally had the series come up and he played it on mute and took notes.
Yeah, he didn't watch it with the sound on.
No, because he didn't get any of the jokes. He didn't know that these kids were kids. He didn't know even how to pronounce the names. He didn't know anything.
I think we're going to talk about that later, so I won't go into that now, but yeah.
The script lacked continuity, any kind of cohesion at all, and it had a breakneck pace, but it didn't make sense. It was chopped scenes, and the editing was... ouch, is the best thing I could say for editing.
Well,
we don't talk a lot about editing, but editing was just...
Editing is...
painful.
Listen to me, guys. Editing is so important for a good...
cohesive
film.
Yes.
You can shoot the most amazing clips and scenes, but if they're not put together correctly, it takes the movie to a really bad place.
It felt like we were watching a 1970s movie that was going to be reviewed by Mystery Science Theater 3000 to make fun of.
Yeah, I mean, I could absolutely see this being something that Mystery Science Theater 3000
they're like,
actually tackles in the future.
Yeah. It was like bad sets, but like cool sets.
It was so bad that we watched it and then chose to pretend that it didn't exist for 15 years until now.
Literally, I kept saying to myself, when somebody would say, "Oh, have you seen Avatar: Last Airbender?" I would say, "There is no movie of Last Airbender within the walls of Ba Sing Se."
Yeah.
I would, I
like we brainwashed ourselves to believe it never happened.
Exist. Yeah.
This movie.
Yeah.
So in another universe, this movie happened. So we're just talking about it.
Yeah.
But let's.
Yeah, it was.
We're bringing it back into this universe just for this one moment.
So we have bad sets and good sets. We have people in like weird cosplay. It looked like they were in cosplay costumes. It was. Look, if you're going to go this far off book, then you got to make maybe a new story. You got to change it up. But here's the thing. For the real fix, here we go, guys. It's the overlining theme of the whole thing. If you want a real fix of this movie, just go watch the original series.
Just go watch the animated.
The masterpiece that is Avatar The Last Airbender from Nickelodeon.
Just don't even go watch this movie.
Man, ouch.
Just watch the original animated series because it was pretty near perfect.
It was fantastic. So let's get a summary, maybe, and then we'll jump in, okay?
Yeah. For those
With
of you
both feet.
who have never seen Avatar, here's a summary of this movie. And then we'll jump into more of where it went wrong and hopefully things that could have fixed it.
Right. So the Last Airbender was the 2010, directed by, we said, M. Night Shyamalan. It's the live-action adaptation of the first season of the animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? And that was on the Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Book of Water.
Yeah, Book of Water,
so
right.
the first,
set in a world divided into 4 nations: water, earth, fire, and air. Each people can manipulate or, bend, doing air quotes, bend their respective elements. And it follows the story of Aang. And I'm going to say real clearly the name Aang. He's the last surviving airbender, and he's reincarnated from all the other avatars, and he's destined to bring balance to the world, to bring balance and peace to the world. But he was frozen in ice for a century, and Aang is discovered by siblings Katara. See, I'm going to mess him up because we get into the why. What I'll tell you later. And Sokka.
Katara and Sokka.
Of the Southern Water Tribe. Together, they journey with Aang to master all the elements and stop the Fire Nation's conquest of basically the world, while the Fire Nation's Prince Zuko relentlessly pursues him to restore his honor. I've got honor that I need restoring. And the film tries to condense the entire animated series, the first season, and
into 2 hours.
A rich and mythical, beautiful world into a single movie, but does not.
Well, they do. They do it poorly.
Oh, I wasn't done. Does not do a good job.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
We're in agreement. Okay.
So, yeah. Now, normally, we start with what we liked. So, I'll start with what I liked, and then you can move on to say what you liked. What I liked was they had a concept to make the movie, and that's all I liked. That it was interesting, and I remember the trailer was good. I remember watching the trailer going, oh my gosh, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
And then it all turned into nightmarish poo.
Wow. I'm trying to think of what I liked. Some of the visuals were pretty cool. I feel like
a couple of them, and honestly, there are some good actors.
I think
they didn't have a ton to work with. I mean, Zuko is a good actor.
Yeah, I mean, the actors were okay.
And the actor playing Iroh is a good actor. They could not showcase anything of their talent. But those actors are good actors.
They're good actors. Now, did they resemble at all?
Nope.
The characters from the animated show?
Yeah.
No. So immediately I'm disappointed.
Yes.
Immediately I'm disappointed because they're nothing like what we have come to know and love.
Yeah. So let's jump into Act 1 and we'll break it down.
Okay.
The setup and world building in Act 1, there were multiple missteps. And look, again, we are not going to go into everything because it would be scene by scene, line by line.
Yeah.
And we can't do that. We're going to hit an overview, but I will promise you, stick with me to the end because I have one fix that would literally fix the entire movie.
Okay. I'm excited about.
You want to know? I'm not going to tell you now. I'm going to wait to the end, and I will blow your mind because I will tell you right now.
Stand by, folks.
Stand by. This one fix that I will give you will literally fix the entire movie with one moment.
Okay.
That could totally fix everything, and it'll blow your minds. Okay. I'm setting it out there now.
All right.
I'm setting a high standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Can't wait.
So here's some things that could basically patch it.
Okay.
So there was an exposition overload at the very beginning with I mean, I didn't mind. They were like, once, there was all these different groups, and I was like, oh, actually it's kind of interesting. But then they kept doing subsequent monologues from Katara, and it was info dump for the rest of the time because they were just like, and then they did this and this and this. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it felt like instead of showing us, because again, they're trying to pack an entire season into one movie.
Yeah.
It felt like when they didn't feel like they could show it in a scene or something like that, they would just have Katara
say it,
do a voiceover.
And that's just lazy. You got to show it. You can't tell us. A picture's worth. So the fixes are a picture's worth 1,000 words. Show us, don't tell us. And I'm just going to leave it at that. You can't just info dump on us and be like, okay, that's good enough, move on. Can't do it. You got to find a way. You have to be more creative.
Yeah.
You cannot just dump information on us.
And it's not like they didn't have a resource
to
go back to.
Right.
To see how to,
to show
explain.
Us. Exactly. There's a perfect example of what to do. And they're like, but he had it on mute. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It was on mute. Okay?
You know what? I just had a thought. Okay. Maybe that's why Disney went like a totally different direction with their
live action.
Like their live action is like a scene by scene, line by line recreation of their anime. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why do they do that? We've already seen the animated. Why would they just recreate the live? Well, this might be the reason why. This very
we tried
movie
and it was terrible.
Might be the reason why. Because they tried to make a live action that was different different-ish.
Yeah. And it was, man.
I don't know if they were trying to make it more authentic, if they were like, well, we're bringing it into the real world,
this is what it would look like and sound like. Yeah. But it failed. So.
It failed.
All right, next one is the pronunciation of the names. This should be easy.
Again.
It's not like, like Aang.
It's not like we read it in a book and we don't really know how it was supposed to be pronounced.
We knew. They said Aang. No, it's not Aang. It's Ong. It's not Sokka.
He's the iconic character. Main character for this whole series, and you changed his name for the live action movie.
Not Sokka. No, it's not Sokka.
Sokka.
What?
Avatar. They wouldn't even say Avatar.
They were like Avatar.
Avatar.
I'm like, what do you? Okay, so look.
General. What do they call General Iroh?
Iroh. Look, here's the thing, folks. Listen, here's the deal. Honestly, and I'm just being dead honest here. It's not like they had a copyright infringement. They were like, all right, listen, we better keep this on the down low. And so Nickelodeon doesn't find out. We're going to call him Ong. We'll get around the copyrights. They knew they were doing this movie.
Nickelodeon literally was
part of it.
Part of the production.
I don't know why they did that.
Why?
Anybody that makes that quote choice that's a ridiculous. You immediately created distance between the fan base and you.
And they called an Agni Kai. They called it Agni Key.
Agni Key.
Why? What is happening?
You created instant disconnect and anger from fans.
Instant. Every time they said his name, every time they said Aang's name, we were rolling our eyes. It's like it became so hard to be invested in this story. Because
you made an ignorant choice.
You couldn't even say his name right.
Right. So for the fix, say the names right. The end. That's it. There's no
Keep
mystery.
The names. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the names what we already know and love.
Stop being silly.
Period.
Yeah. Next, the characters were flat. Katara, Sokka. They were introduced. I'm
sorry. It didn't sound like you were going for the word flat. That was...
Sorry. They were flat.
Caught me off guard.
They were flat and impersonal. They were, no humor. There was no even sibling rivalry. Everyone was serious all the time. It was like every character was Katara. Katara is like this, quote, serious
character. They gave everybody the personality of Katara.
Every single one of them. Sokka didn't. He didn't tell one joke. Like no stupid joke, not a single one.
Yeah.
And also, I'm sorry, I'm sure that the actress playing Katara is a very sweet kid.
She's probably a grown-up woman now.
She's a grown-up lady, and she
ago.
can deal with it. Man, she was the wrong choice in casting. She was just bad. Just bad. She had no connection with Aang at all. There was no relationship.
In her defense, that she wasn't written well.
Oh, she was written terribly. But they didn't have anything for her to do. There was no reason for her to be in that.
I feel like they didn't have anything for anybody to do in this film.
Yeah.
It was like, what are all of you guys doing?
Well, I feel like they would like cast a kid who could do karate moves. Yeah. And they were like, cool, you're Aang. Congratulations.
You're Ong.
And he's like, sweet.
Go nail it.
But the thing is, when they're all so serious, when everything is important, nothing is important.
I mean,
right?
Yeah, there wasn't...
everything's so serious like this, and then every line becomes like this. Then it all becomes one note, and you're just white noise. I don't care.
Nothing lighthearted.
No.
There was no comic relief.
There was nothing.
All of the things that we love so much
that
about
Iroh and Sokka do, like it was like everybody was so serious.
Oh man,
it was the worst.
Even Aang, who's supposed to be this kid who loves to play, and
we'll get to him,
is reluctant, to face his role as the Avatar because he wants to be a kid. And they even changed that. They even changed the motivation.
Yeah.
They were like, he was like, I couldn't be the Avatar because they told me I couldn't have a
family.
I couldn't have a family.
What?
He wanted to be a kid.
He wanted to be a kid.
He's
not thinking
That's his motivation.
He's 10 years old.
He wanted to be a kid, and he didn't want the responsibility of being the Avatar.
Yeah. And Aang's introduction also, it just lacked any kind of sense of wonder. He's just like hitting a piece of ice, and he's like, oh, there he is, and he get off the ice. Oh, here he is. And I'm just gonna say a side note about Appa, his sky bison. Oh man, Appa is a great character in the series, and like they tried to scoot him off the screen as quickly as possible in every moment because they were like, we don't have the money and the budget to keep on animating this big thing. We need to get him off screen quick. Okay, bye, Appa. And he's gone. I was like, if he's going to be in, then have him in. If he's not, have a reason for him. Have a justification of that. And they never did it. So look, for the fixes, how about let kids be kids? Aang has fun and he laughs like a lot. But you know what? The first time I ever heard a kid laugh, there was one laugh. One laugh in the entire movie. And you know who it was? Azula. Yeah. Friggin' Azula. The only kid who shouldn't laugh at all, because she's a psychopath. Right? Yeah. She's Zuko's sister and she's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, she is the only person that laughs in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Not a single other person.
There was no joy in this film.
Joy. It was all
none of them
serious.
had any joy in what they were doing, or in their relationships with each other, which were not. Yeah. The relationships were not built,
and then it didn't work
at all.
Right. So again, fixes are let them be kids, recast Katara, and then write that character better. Give her some connection to Aang and let her write a good female character, because she's a great character, and it stunk. It was bad. Next, the bending that they do was slow and clunky and weak. Earthbenders took forever to move one tiny rock, and it took 5 of them to and then the rock goes,
and then it was one rock,
and I was like, really? The fights lacked any kind of visual impact at all. It undercut the danger and the magic of actually bending just right out of the gate. And then the other one, firebenders, they needed some other source of fire to bend.
Yeah, they changed that. In the animated series, firebenders could just fire. Create fire.
Yeah, they just create fire.
They created fire from their chi or
their breath.
From their breath or whatever.
It was said, yeah.
Yeah, in the live action film, There had to be a source of fire, and then they could bend that fire, kind of like waterbenders who needed water to bend something.
Yeah. But they were like, when Iroh has fire coming from his chi later, they were like, how is he doing that? I was like, like every other firebender ever should be able to do that.
It was pretty weak.
It didn't. I'm like, you made a plot point and made it a big plot point or important plot point, and it was a stupid thing. Don't do that. The fix is, look, make these people powerful visually. Man, I want to see a rock-a-lanche, man. I want to see some rocks getting like hammered here.
Well, that was one of the reasons we were so excited about the live action film in the first place. We wanted to see what would bending look like.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to be
in live action.
Absolutely.
And it was weak.
It was terrible.
I mean,
I wanted to see some Jedi
slow, and it was pathetic, and it was
and they used like slow motion.
They
editing.
kept using these slow motion shots because I think that they realized it was weak, and they thought maybe slowing it down would somehow.
We just got to see it longer. It was bad.
It was so bad. There was nothing. Yeah, there was nothing spectacular about it. Even the big climax moment of Aang, like at the end.
Oh, we're gonna get there.
I'm not. Yeah, but it just there was just nothing.
No,
really visually spectacular
got bending,
about it.
Guys, and you have people that can do digital editing. Use it. That's the answer. That's the fix. Stop being cheap. Like,
definitely.
You've got people that can do that. Do it. And Iroh is just a waste of a great character. In the series, he's like wise. He offered very little knowledge or guidance to Zuko at all.
In the animated series, he's funny and charming and
yeah,
adorable.
He's precious. And
then he can turn on a dime and be serious and this warrior.
And you're like, whoa.
But in the movie, he wasn't anything like that.
No, nothing at all.
He didn't look like Iroh.
Look, again, for this fix, to give this man something to work with, he needs to be a stabilizing force and a reason for like Zuko to like be grounded in his world. They're all interconnected and they were all disjointed. And that's very sad. Act 2. All right. Yeah, all of that was just Act 1. Act 2 is the journey in and the rising conflict here. The missteps were the pacing was rushed and emotionally empty. It's like they rushed through all of this stuff and yet should make more time for the important stuff, and they used it for like filler scenes.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. The movie tries to cover an entire season, in under 2 hours. Having no time for bonding, no time for like key stops in Kyoshi Island, the Spirit World, Ba Sing Se, and they're completely cut. Those are like
we never even saw it.
Never saw them. And then they removed important emotional growth for people like Sokka's. He learns a ton of stuff on Kyoshi Island. He learns how to be a better person, and like we get to the end of the film and don't care about a single person. Not a single person.
That's not an over-exaggeration. We literally don't care about any of these characters by the end of the movie.
Yeah, we're just kind of upset at them. Like, why did you take my time and money? Like, you took 2 hours of my life that I can never have back. So you did that to me.
Not only did the characters not connect with each other in the film, they didn't connect with the audience.
No, at all. And you feel like really upset. I really do. Like, I remember
it was so empty.
The first time I watched it, I went, you stole from me. You took from me life that can never be returned. Oh, why? And it was very upsetting. For a fix, look, trim these filler scenes. Deepen the connection and the moments of the characters together. They had time, but they're doing 10-minute long bending form shots.
Yeah, we don't need to see them.
We don't need to see it.
Practicing their bending forms for all this time, and develop their characters, their relationships with each other,
and the connections.
Help us to care about them.
Right, and they're going from town to town, and it's like these weird montage. Like, what are you doing?
Stop skipping the important stuff and putting in the made-up stuff that doesn't make any sense and doesn't push the story forward.
They majored on the minors, and you can't do that. You got to focus in each moment, let it have a breath, let the characters grow. And then, if you need a longer runtime, you make it a longer runtime. Or if you need 2 films, make it 2 films. But if that's completely impossible, then tell an alternate story then. Tell something that happened in between the time that we knew. Tell us a different, what happened on this adventure? Or what happened over... I would have been okay with them telling me that. You don't have to give me a full origin story. Tell me a different story. I'd be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Zuko's backstory was so clunky too, and I was so saddened by it because he has got a cool backstory, and it's tragic, but it's delivered via stiff exposition through a kid at the campfire. What are you doing?
Yeah, he brings this kid over, and he's like, let me tell you, Iroh, why I need to restore my honor, why we can't just abandon this. And he's like,
check out girls.
He's like, hey kid, come here, tell me about Prince Zuko. And so the kid gives us the rundown of Zuko's past,
right,
in this kind of I'm reading from a script and then monologue.
At the end of it, Zuko's all emotionally crying. And again, the guy's a good actor, but man, that was just a really silly way to tell us his incredibly sad backup story, his backstory. Yeah. So for a fix, don't tell his story that way. Reveal his scars in exile through different flashbacks and through moments, but not static campfire talks. Okay, you can't. You could even done that with even Iroh talking to the crew about something and going why does he keep pushing us? Listen, this is what happened.
Well, and that's something they did that is how they revealed his backstory in the animated series, and it was so good.
Yeah,
there's no reason why you couldn't have duplicated that.
Right. We touched on it, but again, there were just so many underwhelming bending battles. The battles had no tactical creativity. Bending was mostly just people standing and waving their arms. I'm just waving my arms.
Waving their arms for a long time, by the way.
Yeah, and the choreography doesn't use any of the environments to enhance the fights either. For a fix, guys, you gotta have dynamic bending fights, integrate acrobatics, dodging, environmental destruction to make the battles more cinematic and creative. It's pretty straightforward. You've got to get more people involved with the graphics here because it looked like you just ran out of money, is what it really looks like. You're just all right, guys, we're out of money. This is what we got. Okay, let's go with it.
Yeah, that's not where you want to cut,
Nope.
skimp.
No.
The bending needed to be the most important visual part of this
because
film.
In the first opening sequence, I went, oh, that bending looked pretty interesting when they were Earth, air, those people.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. But then they were no,
then
we're
we
not
get
gonna...
in the movie, and it's literally water bending was just water going up and then going back down.
That was it.
That was it.
There's a couple ice ones, but I was that's pretty.
Womp.
I know, womp womp. All right, Act 3. Let's move on. The climax and resolution. The emotional payoffs are not earned at all. They go to the water tribe in the north, the Northern Water Tribe, and
with an hour left.
With an hour, because I paused it and looked at it. There was 53 minutes when they get there, and I go, okay, there's an hour of time left. They can tell this full story of the entire thing, because the anime series is 30 minutes a pop.
Oh, right? Less.
And there were
20. Yeah, 20 minutes.
And the thing is, here's the deal. There's 2 stories. There's 2 of those episodes in the original series. I was all right, they could do it just line for line and still tell the entire story.
Yeah.
Let's just do that. Nope. We barely know the Water Tribe at all. We don't know really any of the connections. There was Princess Yue.
Yue and Sokka. We hear about their connection through, by the way, another Katara voiceover.
Yeah.
Who's I
guess
Yue and Sokka hit it off right away. That was literally
it. Yeah.
All they gave us, and all of a sudden,
we're supposed to be
Sokka and Yue are like a couple.
Yeah, and it was terrible. And then again at the end, her sacrifice fell flat because there was no romance. There's no
We didn't know her.
It didn't matter at all.
Not at all.
For the fixes, develop the water tribe. Earlier on, give us scenes with the tribe's leaders and traditions, and then the struggles and the sacrifices, because then the stakes are high and it felt more real. You know, we cared about when they were getting attacked. We cared about what was happening to Yue. We cared what was happening to Sokka. We cared what was happening to these people. But they didn't, and it was like, brr, terrible. And so let's, build Sokka and Yue's chemistry. You got to give them moments other than like, my gram would like you because she would ask you about your hair. They've got to have shared jokes, mutual bravery about, oh, I'm a brave warrior. Well, I do this. And also, there was also nobody for him to compete against. No. In the original series, she had somebody that she had to marry, and she's like, oh, she's torn between her loyalty to her father and she was all about sacrifice already. She was like, I'm going to marry this guy, and I can't be, I can't like you, but I really do like you. And I'm like, it's frustrating. Also, like Zhao, kind of supposed to be a bad guy. His death is completely forgettable. It's supposed
to be in the live action.
In the live action, yeah. It's supposed to be one of the more dramatic moments in the show, but it's just kind of brushed over. There's no weight at all to it,
yeah.
And there's no water spirit wrath, that's for sure. So for a fix, guys, obviously with Sokka and Yue, you've got a Sokka. See what you've done to me, live action Avatar. You have to have them have real chemistry and real connection. And Zhao's death has to have gravitas. He's got to, because
they set him up as the bad guy.
The bad guy of the whole thing, right? And what happens is he loses, he tries to kill the water spirit and it ends up not working properly. But at the end, he tries to attack Prince Zuko and Iroh stops it. But then just 3-4 waterbenders show up.
4 waterbenders that we don't know, by the way.
We have no idea who they are. And they just attack him with water and drown him.
Featured extras.
And they just drown him, and the end.
They put him in a water bubble, or they encase him in water.
Yeah, water bubble. Say it, go for it.
Water bubble. And they drown him.
And they drown him, he's dead. And that's the end to his life.
And that's it.
Yeah, the end. Okay. That's the bad guy.
No battle between him and Aang.
No battle, no nothing. He just dead because people just drown him. And I'm like, okay, that was easy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So when Zhao dies in the original series, Aang goes into the Avatar state, but here, nah.
Well, he does.
No, he goes to the Avatar state, but you know what I didn't get? I didn't get me some big waterfish. That's what I did not get.
He did not become the waterfish.
Yeah.
He just... Can we talk about it now?
Yeah, we can talk about it now. It's time. The big moment, Aang's big moment.
Aang's big moment.
This is his, instead of actively fighting, okay, he creates a water wall.
This big wave.
Yeah.
Technically, it was just a really big wave.
It didn't hit anything.
He didn't become encased in water and use his water arms to swat these ships away.
Yeah, to protect the city from being attacked.
No. He creates this massive wave.
Yeah.
Which then...
It scares the Water Nation.
Scares
them away.
Kind of starts heading in the direction of the ships.
And they're like,
and then it stops.
Let's go.
And they're like, oh, turn the ships around. And they turn them around, but they don't leave. No. They don't go anywhere.
They go about 4 inches. And
they go about 4 inches, and then he brings the wave back, and it melts back into the ocean. But yet, the water or the firebending ships leave anyway.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he didn't kill us. We better get out while we can.
We better get out. We've seen what he's capable of. They leave all of the firebenders that are in the city.
Now they're staying.
They're still in there, by the way.
Yeah. Who got in through lizard and drill helmets.
That was so weird. They're just popping up through the floor with these drills, and
what?
We're like, so did they jump off the ship and then swim under the city?
Yes.
What?
Yes, that's what firebenders do. The climax was weak. It lacked any kind of duel or personal stakes at all for Zuko or Zhao or Aang. Nobody had anything at stake. It's just Aang just been in this huge water wall and going, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna turn this car around. Don't make me turn this car around.
Y'all better back off.
Y'all better back off. And they were like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, and all he did was in that time remembered his friends. You know, he remembered his airbender friends.
Yeah, it was so cute because they were like, in his head, he was hearing the voice of this dragon spirit who had talked to him.
Yeah.
That was like, water shows us
change, right?
This and that and this and that. And as we're hearing the voice about what water shows us, they're showing him with all of his airbender friends doing airbender stuff. And it's like,
good.
We're talking about what water shows us.
Let's look at the airbenders.
But we're seeing all of what the airbenders and what they taught him.
So for a fix, give me some friggin' big water fish moment, okay? His scene needs to be active. It needs to or let him dual Zhao, okay? If you want to really change it, make him dual Zhao, but you know, I still wanted me some big water fish. That's what I wanted, and it was like, nope, I'm gonna give you a big wave. You could surf it. Be happy with that. Deal with it. I'm like, wonk, wonk. That's a huge wonk, wonk. Overall, man, this was a trudge. It was a trudgery. The main takeaway from 2010 Last Airbender is it just, on every aspect, it failed.
It was a disappointment.
It drained, and I mean drained, the heart and humor and energy from its source.
It did. But you know what? I feel like even without the animated series, this would have been a bad movie.
Oh, 100%.
Even if we didn't come into it with expectations.
We would be confused and like, wait, where are you going? You didn't build a world. Now I'm floating in space.
Yeah.
I can't follow you.
I mean, I just think it would have been a bad movie, even if it didn't have something great that it was trying to live up to.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Just overall, disappointing.
Disappointing. Our fix is keep the scope tighter, keep the characters rich, and I don't mean money. I mean like character, make them like interesting, and blend the bending in and make the live action a thrill ride, right?
Yeah.
So the audience feels the weight of the choices, and they feel connected to the characters. That's the key to all of it, right?
Definitely.
So here's the big one, right? Mm-hmm. Here is the big thing that I was telling you at the beginning.
Okay.
This is the one that you've been waiting for. The big change. If, for example, I'm dead serious, you don't change a single thing that we just said, not a thing.
Okay.
You do this one moment and it would fix the whole movie.
Okay.
Okay. M. Night Shyamalan. Yes, this guy is the king of twists, right? He's the king. He surprises us. He does. He is I See Dead People.
Yeah.
Right? He is, oh, really, this is a modern thing and you're not in the past. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
He is that guy. Okay? But here's the deal. If he had put this, of the twist movies, if he had done this, I feel like this would be the biggest twist ending he'd ever done.
Oh, okay.
That's how strongly I believe about this. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
And it's a pre-credit scene.
Okay.
All right.
So end of the movie.
Before
the credits roll.
They do the whole movie exactly how they did it. And I would even say they could have even done it worse. Put even other things done the whole thing. And then you come out and say, thank you for watching the Ember and Island Players movie representation of the last Avatar, the Avatar The Last Airbender. This was...
So the whole movie is the Ember Island Players
film,
the movie version.
The film adaptation of the Ember Island Players script, written by the Ember Island Players, performed by the Ember Island Players. And if you know the series, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They did a series in the show where they did a play of what the Ember Island Players knew about the play of their lives. And it's terrible. It's all messed up. It's jacked up, wrong. sequences and just all over the place.
Yeah.
This is their movie.
This is their movie.
Yes, this is them doing the movie. He would have just trolled every single fan out there going, man, you messed up the whole movie. Oh, you did it on purpose. You absolutely did it on purpose. You jacked
This was meant to be.
It was meant to be Ong.
Terrible.
It was meant to be
Sokka
and Avatar and blah blah blah.
And you could even show Katara and Aang and like the real ones sitting there watching the movie going, oh they got that all wrong.
That was so wrong. They messed it up.
They didn't even get my name right. You
just, M. Night Shyamalan twists the ending to troll all of us to say, oh, we messed it up on purpose. It was a Ember Island Players presentation of the movie of Avatar.
I love it.
And that would have fixed everything. It would have literally fixed the entire film.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my for real fix.
I love it. So from now on, instead of pretending the movie doesn't exist at all,
pretend that it was presented by the Ember Island Players. I will just
imagine in my brain that this was put on by the Ember Island Players.
Yeah, that's it. That's the answer.
Awesome.
That's the fix. All right, folks. That's our show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Share it with some people. Like it and subscribe to it and all the stuff. And we hope you guys have an awesome day. And we'll see you later.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.